How to position yourself as an authority. Today we're going to discuss Quora. Quora is a unique platform, one where a lot of people ask questions, and we're going to go through exactly how this can work for you so you can be the authority. Number one, it has 300 million users worldwide. That's a big user database. And what can it do for you? It can improve your brand's presence, outreach to a bigger audience that isn't normally accessible, and drive more traffic to your blogs and websites. And it has a very strong loyalty. Now, number one step, and this happens to be true with all the social platforms, create an optimal profile. So what do? Every time you leave an answer, a bit of your bio is viewable. This is a great opportunity to extend your brand a little at a time when everybody looks at your comment. Complete your profile as much as possible. What does that mean? Add your areas of expertise, add your interests. What does that mean? Name, rank, serial number. We've heard that from the military. Let's go beyond that. What are some of your interests? What are some of your hobbies? If you want to claim your political stance and that's relevant to your profile, do so. If you want to remain neutral, obviously don't mention it. If you want to mention books you've read, magazines you read, authorities you follow, you can certainly add that, but keep it specific to what you stand for. Number two, connect with other social channels to your Quora account. Let's talk about the biggies. Number one, of course, is Facebook. Number two, your YouTube channel. Number three, Twitter. Number four, your LinkedIn. Those are the biggies that I would say focus on. If you happen to use Reddit, then connect it as well. And your blog and or your website. Send out notifications to your friends that you have joined Quora. Few of your friends will end up following you because there might be other people like you. It won't be the same as people who are on Facebook, but I'll tell you, there are riches and niches, and this is a unique category of people that follow Quora and use it. Number three, don't just write answers. Instead, share your personal story about this particular answer. Meaning, if someone were to ask me, how do you become a professional speaker? I might say, one answer could be hire a coach. Well, that's a simple, limited answer. I would say I hired multiple coaches in my career, my early years. I invested over $100,000 in coaching and mentorship in order to become the speaker that I am today, because I started out in the beginning and I sucked. So there is hope, because nobody was worse than me. And today I'm considered one of the most revered speakers internationally, especially in the Asian market. That's my personal story as it relates to me and what I've accomplished. So I wouldn't just answer seek a coach. I told a little bit of a backstory where I was and where I am today, and you can do the same. If people could find these questions on Google, why are they asking it on Quora? Because people ask that, well, don't you just Google it? Okay, but what's the difference between Quora as a platform versus asking King Google? The difference is Google gives you a straight answer. It might direct you to Wikipedia, which is in many cases a bit objective. Various differences with Quora versus Google, they're story-based. It's more personal. It is let's call it a digital boutique, where a personal story creates a greater connection to the person answering the question versus a robot or artificial intelligence of Google. And you don't have to come out with some personal story saying, I was a poor kid from the projects and I overcame that, now I'm rich and famous. If that isn't true, don't write it. Make it true. And others will suspect fraud, so don't do it. Stay genuine. Number four, pick up on a few niche topics. There's no way I'm going to write about my experience living in the Congo because I've never lived there. So I won't even pay attention to any of those questions related to the Congo or living in Tehran, Iran. I've never lived there, don't plan on going there. It's not a topic that I'm going to address. So be specific, select the topics in which you can share your expertise and or experience. Adding value is really it, and do it with sincerity. To write about everything, just for the sake of writing, you've heard the expression, oh, he's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Be specific. Answer questions based on your experience and expertise and something that you can truly contribute to. And then you'll get upvotes and a loyal following to show support for all of your answers. When you write about everything, people get confused about what you do because nobody can be a knowledge base about everything. There was only one Einstein and he's not with us anymore, okay? If readers are interested in that niche, they will follow you. Eventually, you will become known. Others will refer to you. It's about recency and consistency. Recency, consistency with true contribution. Number 5, establish your expertise. Meaning, if you have expertise in a particular field, writing intelligent, relevant answers to questions will truly give you distinction. Write about your core competency. I'm not going to write about the legal system in South Africa. It's not my expertise. I have no opinion about it and I have no right to write about it. Well, here's an example. People in the speaking business will say, what gives me the right to talk about the so-and-so topic? Because blank, you insert a story, insert expertise, insert credibility. What gives me the right to talk about Taekwondo as an example? Well, I happen to be a 6-degree black belt in Taekwondo and I've studied it since the age of 13. And I've competed and I have a record of 217-9. If I were to then talk about or answer questions relating to Taekwondo, I have the credibility, the proof, I've got the photos, I've got the trophies, I've got the plaques, all of that to support my expertise if I wanted to. So anybody can ask me questions about the martial arts and it just rolls off my tongue because that's my area of expertise. If someone were to ask me about judo, I can't comment. I should just keep my mouth shut and not write anything about judo. Not my expertise. Or badminton. I don't know anything about badminton. It's a little racket with a little ball, that you flip around, or a birdie or something. That's all I know. So I'm going to only stick to what I know, and you should too. Once you provide good value to your answers, people will begin to request your input. Then you know you've crossed the threshold into becoming considered an expert in your category. Number 6, cross-post your answers on social media. Other social media, meaning if I answered a question intelligently, I got good upvotes, I'm going to then quote or take this information, maybe I'll tweet about it, maybe I'll talk about it in a YouTube video and mention I happen to discuss blah, blah, blah on my Quora answer. I mentioned this. And it's in the description area below, or I might post it on a Facebook page or on a group that I manage mentioning Quora. Facebook may not like it very much, but tough. It helps you on Quora, and then you can also do the same on Quora mentioning Facebook. They don't necessarily like it, but it gives you the ability to be known in other platforms. And this is useful because if you share your answer, as soon as you write it, the topic is trending. You want to be part of this trend that's going up. If you get a lot of views and upvotes in the first 30 minutes, Quora shows your answer to a lot of people. It's quite similar with other where you earn traction, there's a positive reaction. Traction equals reaction inside social profiles. In any of these platforms, if people start to read it, watch it, respond, they'll give you Quora love. And also number seven, what is that? 7, write consistently. If you write a lot in a week and then you disappear for 3 months, people will forget you. Recency equals response. Stay consistent. Write every day, every week, whatever it is, as long as you set a cadence in place, a process by which you answer the questions so your name is out there and exposed in your category, your niche of expertise, you will be loved in the Reddit world and in Quora world and in all the worlds. But today we're focused right on Quora. You will lose some traction, some credibility with Quora if you don't write consistently. They want you involved. They're a business. This isn't a nonprofit, they are a business. And if you support them, they will support you. Look at it that way. Rule of reciprocity, stay consistent. If you write 10 answers a day, more of those answers will be viewed by more and more people. They love that and they will love you. This covers how to become an authority, to be viewed as an expert on Quora, following these steps that we revealed today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you feel that there are more steps that we could add to the Quora, I invite you to write them down below in the comment section. Please do. We covered the basics, some of the essential components for Quora. I want to reward you with a response and engagement. Who knows? Whoever gives me the best response will profile you. Be happy to do so. Write your comments below and we will see you in the next video.